had to give more He is our biggest cheerleader, our fiercest advocate, our most steadfast believer, the guy who always sees the best in what we are and envisions the best that we can be. Those might be the reasons that he won all 55 counties in his last election, and it doesn't hurt that he has the cutest English bulldog in the eastern United States. And he's still going. Before he takes the stage, please watch this video welcoming the governor of the great state of West Virginia, Jim Justice.
We've been 50th forevermore. We are such in the hole that we got to quit digging. You're faced with a $500 million hole in the bucket. Let's don't just try to figure out how to just get by. Let's cannonball right in the middle of the pool. We can do this. We absolutely can do it.
A lot of people for weeks thought this vote might be very close. In the end, it was an absolute blowout.
The absolute most historic vote in the state of West Virginia, hands down. And this will be our starting point.
Governor Jim Justice even breaking out the lays.
They announced the state has seen a 6% increase in tax revenue from income tax, and it comes with 10 straight months of economic growth.
You know that a few months ago, it hit where West Virginia, on a per capita basis, is one of the most successful GDP states in our union. So we went from being down and out to one of the most successful in the union.
We know how good this place really is, but people on the outside are beginning now to know how good this place really is. There's roads that are being built that we'll reap the harvest for many, many decades to come. Tourism in this state has now exploded, and all of a sudden we have an entirely different ad campaign. We've put the emphasis that we need to invest in education and let it be one of the centerpieces, if not the centerpiece, to driving our economy. I've told people over and over and over, you know, once the goodness starts, we won't even be able to stop it.
West Virginia's governor was impressed with what he saw at the Newport steel mill construction site this afternoon. Even though the massive Mason County project, slated to become fully operational in 2027, is less than 10% complete.
You cannot possibly imagine national.
Has now officially been broken toward a $63 million complete water system upgrade for the city of Lewisburg.
Well, a brand new scenic route has been unveiled in the mountains of West Virginia. It's called Cranberry Corridor.
Governor Jim Justice signed into law this afternoon the largest tax cut in West Virginia history.
We're on a pathway now in West Virginia to totally eliminate our personal income tax. There's so much goodness going on in West Virginia, and all I got to say is just what I've said so many times. Look at where we're located. Businesses are moving to West Virginia like crazy. Look at where we're located. Look at our Virginia. They never believed in West Virginia. And so from that standpoint, Baby Dog tells Bette Midler and all those out there, kiss her honey. If we continue in West Virginia, you know, I'm not going to be your governor long. But if we continue in West Virginia on the pathway that we're on right now, the stars are the limit. Let's cannonball right in the middle of the pool. We can do this.
And now, please stand and welcome the 36th governor of the great state of West Virginia, the Honorable Jim Justice.
Thank you. Please sit down, please. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful crowd. Aren't you proud of yourselves? Aren't you really, really proud? I mean, this gathering has grown and grown and grown, and I teetotally love it. You've got to be proud, you know, and I wish you the greatest in every endeavor you could ever possibly have across this great state, the nation, the world, forevermore. But I do hope you lose money in the casino. Now, because our state gets a big cut of that too. Let me tell you, most generally, I never really have any notes. But for Susan and Steve and all those that worked so hard to put this event together, we thank you. The reason I have some notes today is I don't want to forget anything. I really, truly don't. You know, this road started off pretty doggone rough. We all know that, and there's no point in belaboring that. But absolutely today, we are in a celebration in this great state like we can't imagine. Look at you. We can't hardly get any more of you in the room. But some way, somehow, let's try. We may have to absolutely have a love your neighbor moment as we go forward in the future where you're touching arms. It couldn't be better in my book. You see, at the end of the day, say what you want, but Jim's never wanted anything for Jim. For crying out loud, I know I drive the state police crazy because they lose me from time to time. Well, so what? But with all that being said, truly, what I've wanted is right here, right now. What I've wanted is for Toby and Edith to do so much better and to be so much happier. And what I've wanted more than anything in the world is the Bette Midlers of the world and the outside world to know in every way, we're the best of the blooming best, and you know it. And we had to make them believe it. We had to do a lot of things, and they were hard to do, but we did them, and we stayed together. We pulled the rope together, didn't we? And then along came COVID. For God's sakes alive, a cannonball to the stomach like nobody's business. We again held the rope together and literally ran across the finish line together. We lost thousands, but we could have lost 10. Absolutely, I commend President Trump in every way for how they moved in light speed, warp speed, to do what they did. People were really scared, and rightfully so. And people were dropping like flies. And from Jim's standpoint, every single day I went in that office, every day we had a briefing. Even Christmas Day, I was there doing a briefing. And why? Because people were scared. People were really scared. And literally, then along came Baby Dog of all things. And absolutely, she did something that I couldn't believe. She made you smile, and she loved everybody. And I thought to myself, how can the message be any more simpler than just that? To me, Baby Dog was sent from God above for all of us because we needed to be able to smile, and we needed to absolutely stand together. It didn't matter if you were black or white or rich or poor, or for God forbid. Now, let me tell you this. There's no need in Jim Justice saying, well, you know, I've got 5 months left. You know, I'd love to be able to go fishing and hunting and everything. I'll just hang out and everything. It's not in me. You see, I love to do all those things in life and everything. I can't really hunt much very good anymore. I can't fly fish much very good anymore. You know, I do coach basketball, and I love being with those kids. But with all that being said, what I love more than anything is my work. You know, I've got to tell you just this. We need to run through the finish line. And then I hope and pray that we're going to pass this torch to Patrick. And Patrick's going to do great stuff. He's done great stuff as your Attorney General. And he's going to continue to do more and more and more good stuff. It'll tickle me totally to death. So I want to just tell you just this real quick. Today we have another celebration of more milestones, and that's why I don't want to forget any of this. I've got a video that I want to show you in just a second. But absolutely, as we look back, just think about it. I think Steve Roberts maybe mentioned to one of my folks or whatever like that, that you're Membership has doubled in 7 years. Well, let's quadruple it the next 7 years. Absolutely, let's make it happen. You know tourism is exploding. You know we're diversified. You know we welcome all forms of energy. Keep it going. For crying out loud. And this right now is more testimony that I want to give you right this second to what we're doing. You know, if you'll just step back, this is mind-boggling to me. But in the years that I've been able to have the honor of being your governor, all of us together have caused $14 billion of investment in our roads and infrastructure. Think about that. We've cut over $1 billion in taxes to our people. $1 billion has been pumped into education for our kids. $250 million has been spent in transforming our state parks. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what's going on right now in this great state. But today, I want to tell you just this, that maybe, it says that maybe the most impressive number we've seen, over $20 billion is going into economic development projects that will create over 30,000 jobs. Can you imagine? Can you just imagine how good we feel today? How good are we going to feel when all this kicks in? And what is the multiplier effect after it all kicks in? Shelley's here somewhere. I know Gail's here and Joe's on the way, and maybe Joe's here too. Carol's here somewhere. There's so many people that are absolutely pulling the rope and working right with you every single day. Keep working with them. They're good folks. They really work hard. Their heart's in the right spot. You know, I'll promise you, if things work out, and I don't know how in the world things wouldn't work out and everything, and probably I'd be the only one that could screw it up, you know, but I may very well end up in D.C. as well. I won't forget you. There's no way. Because first and foremost, I love you beyond good sense, and you know that. But today, now get this, I want to absolutely always, every single last one of us, run through that finish line. Run through the finish line. With all that being said, today I'm excited to announce a $35 million investment from Prime 6, the world's leading high-performing charcoal and wood products and everything all across the globe. They're located in Asia, and now they're coming to West Virginia. And it all started, believe it or not, it all started with Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, of all things. Can you just imagine? Can you imagine him coming to West Virginia and sitting in my office? We absolutely had great talks many times on the phone, and lo and behold, here they come. And there's a little video we have right now I think you'd enjoy from Mr. Wonderful.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ricky Franco. I'm the founder and CEO of Prime 6, and I'm excited to bring my company to West Virginia. It's been more than 24 months since we've started looking for a place to call home, and we've been through many states and spoke to many officials. When we landed in West Virginia, we realized that the team there had a completely different approach to bringing both innovation and being pro-business to make sure that the companies are successful here in the state. So I want to thank Governor Justice and the entire team of the Economic Development Authority for allowing us the opportunity to be made in America. And I want to make this an official announcement and say, I couldn't have done better than Country Road, Take Me Home, West Virginia. Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Wonderful here, and I want to talk about entrepreneurship in America. I want to talk about Shark Tank. I want to talk about West Virginia and how all of these came together in a wonderful way. This is Prime 6. This is the most sustainable fire log in the world. and the best for grilling, and I love to cook. Yeah, I'm a chef. I fell in love with them on Shark Tank. It is the classic company that is the essence of entrepreneurship. Started from scratch, Ricky and her team built this thing up from practically nothing and ground through all the hard work it takes to grow. As they expanded, they needed to find a home, some place to build a business. That is what entrepreneurship is all about. And not all states are the same. I've been very vocal about this of late. One great place to do business is West Virginia. Why? Great leadership. Jim Justice as governor and the entire team there, I've met personally, I flew there myself, they get it. Why? They've run businesses, they've made payroll before, they know what it takes to do that. These are not politicians, these are leaders. They understand what really matters in a state is to grow it, to expand it, to diversify its business. So together with the great state of West Virginia and Prime 6, we're going into business together. Prime 6 is going to put $35 million in the ground, 75 new jobs, and expand into multiple products in West Virginia. West Virginia, and let me just say this that people should consider. All around the world, what's the #1 export out of West Virginia? It's the American dream. That's what it is. So congratulations to Prime 6. Congratulations to the entire team there. In West Virginia, you're kicking it.
It doesn't get much better than that to me. That's just all there is to it. And that's the first time I'd seen that, and that's really neat. And you are kicking butt. All of you. 220 and not be more happy to give an incredible round of applause to a great, great man that helped us in every way. And I don't know where Jim's name is here, but I think it's Jim Morgan. Is that true? And if you'll stand, please, sir, and we'll give you a great big round of applause. And we got more. And I got Jimmy Morgan. Let me just say just this. You know, we have a team that works really, really hard to bring more and more and more economic development to West Virginia. There's folks that have been critical here as of recent that this hydrogen thing is being said. Everybody's concerned. Absolutely. We have things going on in Mason County that are off the chart. And right now, we have an announcement that today we're announcing a $125 million investment into our energy sector, and I love it when we're announcing more and more energy jobs. And this is Jimmy Morgan, and please forgive me and everything. And I want you to absolutely thank him with a resounding applause, and it may very well be that this blossoms into a $1 billion investment in West Virginia, and more than anything, this is all driven from making hydrogen out of coal. So it keeps our coal miners going. So please give them a gigantic round of applause as well. Now, the last thing I'll say is just this. You know, from time to time, whether it be Handcraft or it be, you know, Babcock and Wilcox, whether it be really whomever it may be that's coming to our state next, just think about this, and I'm going to go through this really fast, but can you just imagine Nucor, Fidelis, and Owens & Minor, and I'm only touching on just a few. You see, I've just checked just a few here. But just think about Klockner, think about Berkshire Hathaway, Cleveland Cliffs, Mountaintop Beverage, Commercial Metals, Prime 6, Handcraft, and now Babcock and Wilcox. And it just keeps going on and on and on, does it not? Now, with all that being said, I'm going to close by just telling you just this. It's been the honor of my life being your governor. That's all there is to it. Like I said early on, I don't want anything. I never have. That's why it's been such an honor. Because when it really boils right down to it, sure, we make mistakes. And sure, there's cannonballs that come out of nowhere in COVID or whatever it may be. And sure, we make mistakes all the time. I've always challenged the media this way. I said, you find something that knowingly I've told you is not the truth. That being said, I want to just end by telling you just this. It's a tough job. It's a really, really tough job. We've come so far, it is off the chart. But there's so much further you can go. It is a rocket ship ride today. But let the rocket ship take you somewhere. Let it take you to the stars beyond anything you could ever possibly imagine. Absolutely, I'm really proud to be right in Patrick's court. And I'm really proud that he will go and he will do even greater things. Bankruptcy was tough, and we were right on the verge. Don't you think for 1 second in the whole world that this state was absolutely not bankrupt. Today, we're going like great guns like you can't possibly imagine. Now, I would tell you this, that while it's been a big honor, there's times when you're running up that mountain and you're taking airs and absolutely you feel like, well, it's not very fun and everything. That's part of the job. And what do? You just lean back and you just keep fighting. That's all there is to it. You saw President Trump. Honestly, he took a bullet. And what did he scream out to the crowd? Fight, fight, fight. There's so many times in your lives, I will promise you to God above, that you think it's unfair. You think you're great people because you are employing all kinds of folks. You're doing all the philanthropy work. You're doing everything you can do. And sometimes it's not fair. What do? Lay down and cry about it? Bull feathers. For God's sakes of living, you do exactly what President Trump was doing. And that's what I'll do to the very bitter end. I love you. It's been an honor. It's been an honor like you can't imagine. We're going to run through the finish line, and we're going to keep bringing businesses. We're going to do it every single day if we can, because the businesses are just doing exactly what Mr. Wonderful just said to all of us. The businesses drive opportunity to all of you. The last thing I'll say is just this. Right this minute, and don't you ever forget this, right this minute, you've got thousands of people that are probably thousands of feet underground. They're mining coal that's that high, and they can't even sit up, let alone stand up. And they're fueling this nation in every way. Please, please don't let anyone kick them. We have great, great, great gas folks that are out working all over the place every day. Please don't let people kick our fossil fuels. The last of my last words are just this. Every single country on this planet, the more energy they have, the healthier they are, and the longer they live. Every single country on the planet, the more energy we have, the healthier they are, and the longer they live. Now, let me tell you, we're a long ways from perfect. But with all in me, there'll be a day maybe that our fossil fuels will go away. There may be a day, but it's not today. And for that family, that either the mom or the dad is thousands of foot underground right now, doing something for all of us, don't forget them. Don't forget them. Keep it going, West Virginia. I've told you many, many times, you're the engine. Keep it going. Please keep it going in every single way. I love you with all my heart. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Governor Justice. I bet you guys did not have Mr. Wonderful on your bingo card today, did you? You never know what you're going to find out. Well, in case you haven't heard, it is a major election year in West Virginia, and we could not be more fortunate to be joined by both major party nominees for governor. Our next speaker is Attorney General Patrick Morrisey. There he is. The Republican nominee for governor of West Virginia in the November election. Patrick Morrisey was elected Attorney General in 2012, becoming the first Republican to hold that office in 80 years. During his tenure, he has secured countless wins for the Mountain State, including the pivotal West Virginia versus EPA decision by the U.S. Supreme Court that protects the energy industry and limits the ability of federal agencies to issue regulations without clear statements from Congress. Re-elected in 2016 and in